Hey guys! So, long time no pixel biology update. However, as you guys can tell, we have been absolutely having a fantastic time. There have still been so many adventures coming out. I have so many things that I have been working on behind the scenes. There are so many new things that have started to finally pop up on the channel. I am so excited. Oh, there's just so much to cover, but we only have a few minutes together. So quickly, gather around, my friends, and I will try to just tell you so many of the updates about what have been going on in my life that's been bringing me a lot of joy and balance and contentment and happiness and peace. I will try to give you guys some ideas. I don't want to say like sneak peeks or spoilers of what will be coming up, because unless it's done already, like I've already made the video, you know, you just gotta leave things kind of flexible because you don't know what adorable game update might pop up. Like the fact that I wasn't really planning on spending a ton of time on Star Stable recently. Then there was a full update where all of the mares in Star Stable are having babies. Yeah, that's kind of gonna grab my attention. And that's kind of been a lot of the theme of the evolution as Seri continues to level up, gaining more experience and occasionally actually a little bit of wisdom as I carry on with the adventure of life and just try to fill you guys in along the journey. So very first thing, I'm not done showing you plants. I showed you how the pitcher plant is doing fantastically. I almost feel like my pitcher plant, which you guys saw at the beginning of the video while we were having a sweet little introduction music montage, because I love doing those kinds of like, apparently it's called storyboarding, but I called it immersion when I first started doing it. And then somebody left a comment that when you do like the little flashes to kind of set the tone and set the scene, that's called storyboarding. So apparently it's called storyboarding. Thought I stumbled on something cool. But anyway, when you saw at the beginning of the video, the pitcher plant is doing great. I have started using some very special filtered water that we bought a filter for our water now that takes out everything that you might be worried about from the sink. And my pitcher plant, which I bought back when we were at 700,000, 700? Okay, I leapt forward into time. Whoops, let's back up a little bit. Man, when you have number dyslexia, trying to speak numbers is hilariously ridiculous. At 70,000 subscribers, I bought that pitcher plant as a way to have a living thing that was A, a plant, which is really cool, but B, I also wanted to have a living thing to take care of to remind me that yes, there's 70,000 people who have stepped into our little market. I feel like we run a farmer's market around here, and I offer up to you guys the harvest from all these different gardens that I have. We have the Wolf Quest Forest where I go and I forage for offerings from there, with the Wildcraft Forest that has been added to it. We have the zoo crafting fields, the farms and the fields and the forest of zoo crafting where I gather the harvest from that for you. We have the fields of our horses. I really feel, and it may seem kind of silly, but it shouldn't be, I work in a creative environment. So how I organize my mind is increasingly becoming kind of like garden metaphors, and it helps deal with so many things. Get a rude and nasty comment where you're like, those are some words that you shouldn't know at that age. You're like, my goodness, it appears that a pest has entered the garden. Hopefully they will one day turn into a beautiful butterfly, but for now I shall catch them in my net with the banhammer and toss them out. Like those kinds of garden metaphors really help. Or I remind myself that you have to take care of the soil and like work on all of the behind the scenes things in order to get the harvest from actually creating videos. And I'm segueing all over the place because I'm happy and excited to talk to you guys again. Long story short, I've been taking care of our gardens behind the scenes, and I don't remember how I got lost from my pitcher plant, but because yeah, 70,000 subscribers. I bought the pitcher plant at 70,000 subscribers all that time ago because I wanted to have something that was alive so I could remember, even though 70,000 people had come to my little farmer's market and took in what they wanted from my offerings, from my fields and my gardens of stories, then I still had to take care of it. So I got that plant so that I could celebrate 70,000 amazing community of people that have come into my farmer's market. But remember that I still need to show up and take care of my pitcher plant, take care of those people if I want to be able to continue to watch everything flourish. And for a long time, and this makes a beautiful metaphor for my life and how I've been treating the channel for years, for a long time, I didn't really use the right water on the pitcher plant. I just grabbed water from the sink and I thought, hey, it's water. Everybody says you need water, this should do. And my pitcher plant didn't really die, but it didn't really flourish either. And I mean, this went on for years and I kept being so confused as different parts of it would die off. I was giving it enough water. I finally figured out I was not giving it enough at first, and then I gave it more water. And yet parts of my pitcher plant just weren't flourishing. Now and then it would unexpectedly have a wonderful, beautiful pitcher show up and it would flourish, but my pitcher plant wasn't flourishing. And this makes an excellent metaphor for myself and our wonderful community of adventurers, because for a long time there, I, as perhaps the pitcher plant in this story, it's a little concerning, I was not really flourishing. I was still going through the motions and doing all of the things that you were supposed to do, but I wasn't really flourishing. And then a couple weeks ago, no, about almost 2 months ago, for the pitcher plant and for myself, ironically almost at the same time, for the pitcher plant, I started using a different kind of filtered water, and I got some really cool little natural fertilizer that I thought, why don't I just try this out and see what happens? And I put it in the pitcher plant and it has been flourishing. We have new pitchers for the first time that are big and beautiful and not dying as fast as they bloom like they were. They're 3 or 4, easily 4 times the size of any pitchers that have ever showed up on this plant before, and they're doing great. And that's kind of like a metaphor for how I'm doing now. I've come to you guys in these update vlogs in the last couple of years with itineraries and lists and promises that I was going to get more done, and often I fulfilled those promises, but I wasn't really flourishing. And the things that I've done to take care of my sense of burnout, to take care of myself, to take care of those fields and those farms, that I gather all of the story harvest to bring to you guys so you can come to my little farmer's market and take what you consider staples or perhaps occasional treats. In order to take care of all of that, I really had to change my life. I had to start using different water, and I had to get some fertilizer for myself. This metaphor gets a little weird, bear with me. And I've been doing that. And the way I've been doing that is complicated. It's simple. It's actually simple. It's the, okay, I said complicated because I could probably, you guys know me, talk for hours about how my life has changed over the past few months. But basically, I've just made things really simple. I know what I want to be. I know who I want to be. I know what I want to do. And I know that I want to be a storyteller. I know that before anything else in my life, I want to share stories with you guys. If I could continue to share stories with all of you for the rest of my life, then I know, and thank goodness I figured this out right before my birthday on Tuesday, and I roll into 31, so maybe this is about the time that some people do tend to know if they were lucky enough to bump into it. But I know I want to tell stories, and I know I want to tell stories to you guys. And so there's a huge list of changes that I've been making in my life behind the scenes that I will tell you guys about on the vlog channel if you're interested. But it can be summed up with removing every other distraction that doesn't have to do with the things that bring me joy, and that doesn't have to do with contributing to being able to tell you guys the stories that I really feel I can tell best. Okay. I rambled a little off track there, so we're reeling it in and saving that for the vlog channel. But basically, yeah, tons and tons and tons of changes have been going on behind the scenes. I think my eyes are bright and perky, my skin is glowing with joy, and my leaves are once again flourishing upon my earlobes. So seriously, no pun intended, things are going very, very well. Also, it's kind of cute to glance up at the screen and be like, blink at myself. Ah. Yeah, things are going fantastic, and I think that it's very obvious. I talked so seriously and for so long to all of you about burnout. I will share those things on the vlog channel because this is an evolving story. And when I was in that very burned out, very burnt to a crisp place, nothing but ashes and the hope of new embers in the future, I really could use any voice that could talk to me about their experience with burnout and what they did. And my life changes may have been a little radical in some people's eyes with cutting back almost every distraction out there. But I'll talk to you guys who are interested over on the vlog channel, because I think that we're entering a very distracted time. And I think that the more you can decide which distractions are worth it in your life, the better you will be able to find your real feeling of what you want your life's purpose to be. And for me, that's telling stories. I don't know if that will always be on YouTube. I don't know if that will always be through videos, but this morning I realized if YouTube was gone, I would start writing books and writing fan fiction on Wattpad. I would stream all the time on Twitch and rely on VODs. I would do anything it took to continue telling stories because it's who I am and it's what I've always done, even when I was little, and I never really realized it until now. So I just wanted to say all that because I guess my birthday is on Tuesday and I'm able to enter this in a place of joy. I'm able to have my birthday in a place of joy because all of the stuff going on here, it's not just the channel. For me, the stories that I tell, the fields I'm taking care of, the gardens I'm taking care of, you guys don't see it behind the scenes, but all day long, everything except my family life with Chips and my other family members is around telling stories. And it used to be that meant I was at my computer all day. Now it means I'm reading books to inspire myself. I'm going on walks to search out just the beauty of the forest and remember that that's important for the soil and the nutrients of my story gardens too. I'm eating better because I want to be able to have the sharpness mentally to focus on telling stories. I'm organizing things. I actually know the names of my saddle pets now thanks to the people who have been helping on our wiki. There's a lot going on and I will update you guys more on the vlog channel. For now, I'm gonna kind of wrap this up with sharing a few more just fun little things with you because it's been a while since we've done a Pixel Biology update and I do have some other dreams of things that I want to happen, but I just wanted to also counter all of the stressful updates I've done over the last 2 years of being frantic and exhausted and busy and never able to do enough and unsure and anxious, and kind of blow those away and say hello to the new me right in time for my birthday. Wonderful. So a few fun things. This is a piece of bok choy that I had for dinner. It's flowering. As I peeled away the bok choy leaves, I discovered that it had a flower in the center and a whole bunch of little bok choy babies. Unfortunately, it is not re-rooting, so I'm going to have to go ahead and probably eat it. And say goodbye to the really cool flowers. But I had never seen bok choy flowers before. I'm still kind of amazed that I finally figured out how to eat bok choy, to be honest. It's a lot easier than chard or kale. For one thing, I can actually eat these and I don't have to gag it down. But I just thought that was really cool because of course I'm finding flowers even though Michigan is not cooperating on the whole it's springtime memo. It's gray, dreary, no leaves on the trees. It snowed the other day. So I'm finding leaves and flowers. Well, I guess I expected the bok choy leaves. It was for dinner after all, but the flower was unexpected in unexpected places. So that's fantastic. If you guys haven't noticed, we have a brand new, beautiful little, I'll try to play it right now, little end card showing up on many of our series. It's gonna take a while for me to transition to using them on all of our series because I'm making custom end cards and I'm making a custom End-Slate, which is the last 25-ish seconds of each video for all of our series now. But sometimes it would take too long to be meticulous on every single thing, so expect it to be at least probably 2 months before I transition into all of the End-Slates having this really cool, fun little line of patrons for one thing. We're thanking everybody from our wildlife hero tier all the way down to our lemmings and our hedgehogs in a little list. We've got our beavers, we have got our, we've got our beavers and our flying squirrels, and I think our garden hedgehogs all listed that go by at the end of every video now, which makes me so happy because every time I'm editing, I'm like, oh, it's my friends, look, there they are. Oh, they were helping with this video too. It just makes me freaking happy. And I love the new notes that we have been doing on the overlay too. So you're gonna notice in these End-Slates that I am trying really hard to make them fun, sometimes educational, sometimes they have to do with telling you about like the characters in the series. In our Sims 4 Green Family series, for instance, you should have seen or will see soon that there's like a journal entry from the kids. So the different kids will have journal entries at the end of the Sims videos that will kind of talk about their day, their perspective, thoughts from them. I think that's really fun and immersive. We're also going to have like more educational content. I am having so much fun looking up more animal facts to stick on the end of the videos for our zoo crafting series, by the way. Finally feeling like I'm home in zoo crafting. It's all beginning to come back together, friends, and flourish like never before, because I figured out how to use the right water and the right fertilizer in my life. And I will translate what the heck that means on the vlog channel at some point. But I need to go and make dinner pretty soon for Chips and I, so I will not ramble on much longer. But we have the End-Slate. It's really cool. I'm hoping to use it in the future to have the patrons be able to make little like little note cards about like their pets, for instance. So they could send a picture of their cat, Miss Fluffykins, and they could have like, this is Miss Fluffykins, her favorite things are this, like those kinds of cute things. I want patrons to be able, kind of like our ads for our streaming. I'm really looking forward to hopefully having people submit the end card, and they could write it like they are historians for our niche series. And they could talk about different nichelings from like Professor Kalanitrian's point of view on the history of the Yukir tribe. This is controversial data, but I do believe that actually Tata is the superior god over Lala. Really fun things like that. So I'm hoping that we can do that with the patrons and different tiers, because it's a lot of work to do the End-Slates like that in the future. What else do we have going on? Ooh, it's my birthday. I'm gonna be turning 31 on the 26th of March, which is kind of amazing, and it's right to be doing this and to be here with you guys. Everything in my life is just feeling like it's aligned properly for once. So things are going great. Things are going great. For just a few ideas of what I hope to do but don't know if I can achieve, I definitely want to finish up the, oh, where is it? Where is it? I had it. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Look at my lettuce. Oh, there you are. There you are. You're so cute. Come here. I want to finish up Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, of which, by the way, here is the February postcard. Oh my gosh, it's the Candy Crew. Look at them. This is so cool. And it had field notes talking about some of their favorite candies. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm gonna put these up on the Etsy shop. I'm trying to really clean a lot of my stuff and get ready to potentially make some new stuff, like my mushrooms you guys saw at the beginning. To start putting out. So I'll have these up on the Etsy shop with the other postcards pretty soon. Just if you guys want to get a fun little postcard from Seri, like they'll be there, because they're usually for patrons, but now that all the patron ones have gone out, I've got some extras that will be like limited edition, get them all you can sort of things. And then let's see, anything else? There's so many cool things. Ah, dang it, and I'm over time. I told Chips it would only be 20 minutes and then I would go make dinner. Okay, so really quickly, and in no order, Viva Pinata, Star Stable, Stardew Valley. I meant Stardew Valley, not Star Stable, that's obvious. I've been doing that lately. I want to wrap up Sims Medieval's current arc and then do 101 Dalmatians. I want to do more advanced genetics. We have advanced genetics for the Random Pets Genetics Challenge. I want to do more niche and Sims 4 crossovers. I'm going to do a lot more zoo crafting stuff that's going to hopefully be obvious after my birthday for a bit. And I just want to do like more heart series. Like I want to wrap up Stardew Valley season 3, which we're kind of like boop boop reboot it, and then I want to wrap up Stardew Valley since there's apparently more updates coming in the future for Stardew Valley. Oh my gosh. And I want to transition into like one of the Story of Seasons games or some of those games, because there is a new Story of Seasons, or there's a new Rune Factory coming out and I need to stop now. There's more. I will make another update video later. Those are not promises, by the way. They're just thoughts and things for after we wrap up some of the stuff I'm doing. Also, the patrons are beginning to help me with really cool video projects, so you might start seeing, thanks to their support and help, me finally have enough time to start doing compilation videos where I can take a whole bunch of clips from across many of our adventures and do something special with them. And I may need your guys' help on that in the future, but I've got to go. I promised Chips I would make dinner. Bye guys.